So let's begin the second round. Randolph, are you ready? You are picking for Northport this time.
Dito sa second round, napag-usapan natin to beforehand dun sa meeting natin when we had the debate who's the better guard and whatever. But I think I have to go dun sa need ng team na to. And it would really be interesting for me if Northport dito sa second round will pick Jerick Anmisi as their second round selection. One, kasi kailangan nila ng added 3-point shooting. I know it would have been great to have an Aljun Melesio there but interesting sa akin yung magiging teammates uli yung Sean Manganti and Jerick Anmisi. Oh, of course, we can say na ito si Jerick Anmisi still rough around the edges. I believe he could have still used one more year with Adamson in the UAAP, but with the gifts that he can has, yung depensa, I think it's a good fit para sa batang pair to get him at second round.
Wow. Do any of you think this is a reach, guys? Just out of curiosity.
Not necessarily a reach, but I thought Randolph would at least go for more ceiling.
Okay.
Because of who's available currently.
Okay. Kayo, Coach Pao, Coach Anton.
Ikaw na, Pao.
Ikaw na, Anton.
Okay.
Well, it's fine. If you agree, it's fine.
Sa akin kasi, maybe Randolph was thinking na gusto talaga ng Northport si Anmisi, and I think if they don't pick him now, baka maunahan sila. Some teams are like that, pero talent-wise or probably, baka I think masyado maaga.
Okay. Coach Pao, ikaw.
There's other players who I think I would have picked ahead of Jerick Anmisi as of right now. Considering that Jerick, I think the biggest challenge for him is having to shift from being a 2 guard to a 1. I think that's going to be his position in the pros, unless he really becomes a much better defender at the 2, then you can get away with him playing the 2. So, it's a second round, so no real objections.
Well, hopefully he's bulked up during this very, very long off season. I've always been a fan of his game. I just worry about the strength, but okay, that's fair. Because as I've been reading some articles, a lot of people seem to have thought maybe he'd even be a third round pick. I don't know about that, but that's why it's like, the 13th pick goes to Jerick. That's good. Good for him, though. That does happen. He's one of the best shooters in this draft. Okay, next, Blackwater. Coach Anton.
Blackwater, obviously maraming kailangan. They need a lot of holes to fill, and they have 2 picks, so it's just like the same with the first round with NLEX. They have 2 picks, so whoever they pick as a first pick nila will fill other positions now with their second. So for me, honestly, sa simula I had a player in mind, pero I think with the people available, I have to adjust, and I'm picking Troy Wright. Picking Troy Wright. Well, hindi lang dahil player ko siya, but he's a high IQ guy, and with Coach Nash, I think he will thrive in his system. That's very easy to coach. Talagang he's not someone who wants the ball or who needs the ball. He will do whatever role you give him. So, and he's 6'7", 6'8", so can't get wrong with that.
He's a good guy for sure. He's a very nice guy. But I'm curious because you mentioned you were planning to take somebody before knowing that Troy Reich was available.
Yeah, ang original pick ko was someone familiar with Coach Nash. That's Ken Holmqvist.
Okay.
Kasi syempre, familiar siya with the FEU system and everything. He was a player back in the UAP when I think they won the championship with him, di ba?
Yeah, he was part of that squad.
Yeah, that was my original pick. Pero since they have 2 picks, malay mo, sa second pick, kunin nila yan. They have the luxury to do that.
Hilig na sa big man No? So rin kinuha nila last year. Coach Pao, ikaw, the next Blackwater pick?
Well, actually, I was waiting to see if Anton would pick Troy Reich. So he made my job harder by picking Troy. So that would have been the easy pick for me. So for me, I think if we already got the big guy, I'm going to go with a name that we've heard a few years ago. And then only recently, his name has been popping up again. And that's Jordan Heating. Okay, I watched a couple of Alab games recently. And because I never watched him play before. I'd hear his name. He's a pretty good pick and roll player. Not that athletic, but I think he's good IQ. So I think he'd be a good fit for Coach Nash.
Don't you think they have too many guards?
They yeah, but it's a second round pick. Who else are you gonna pick right now? I mean, there's other guys who might have more upside, but I think the IQ of Jordan Heating might help him adjust easier.
Okay, that's fair. And then, well, next we have Phoenix. Carlo, who do you have for Phoenix?
Dahil dun sa nangyari in the first round, how they landed Alvin Pasaol, I think the 2, 3, 4 spots, maybe the 2, 3, are already fine for Phoenix. They don't need and they don't need to add anyone there. So it's about getting another point guard or getting another big man. Kasi you know that Perkins and Chua will be their top big men. So after that, sino yung mga sumusunod? We saw Dave Marcelo play, we saw J.R. Reyes play. In the point guard position naman, I think it's also an issue that Phoenix will have to address. But at this point, I think I'll have to go with a big man because I might get another guard in the third round. So I'm picking an Alab teammate of Jordan Heading. I'm picking Brandon Ganuelas-Rosser. We did not see him play a lot in Alab because it's still a team dominated by imports. The big men will always be imports, but I like his moxie. I like his ability to grab rebounds and defend. He can also hit the three from time to time, which is something that Phoenix actually pushes their players to do. So I think he will be a good fit there.